Okay, hold on. We gotta ram
I think we're gonna have too much fun doing this and not even talk at all. Okay, don't blow him up before we even get anywhere, please.
Stop it! Okay.
Well,
Well, welcome to the first edition of whatever podcast.
what should we call it? Do we want to come up with a name now, or?
I feel like we should probably. I don't know.
Do we want to call it the Dudes Podcast right now?
The Dudes Podcast.
Just for right now. No.
Podcast.
Sounds bad.
Call it Dude Squad.
We could call
Dude
it.
Squad.
No, that sounds kind of like Dude Perfect.
It does.
That's fair.
God, what do we call this? This is a games review and conversation channel, I guess.
Yeah, we'll figure out a name in the future.
Okay.
There's no name at this time.
Right now, it's just games discussion. There. How about that?
There we go.
And we are discussing not the game we
The
are
best
playing.
way to drive.
Yeah.
So
So
we're
Not
currently
this game.
We're currently playing one game and testing it out for future use. And Nick, you are. He just drove over me with his vehicle. But
Nice.
beyond that, we're going to be discussing about our little story about how we came together and how we're kind of building our own podcast like we wanted to for a while.
yeah, we've been talking about it
so
for probably what 2-3 months. Actually,
Oh, yeah.
probably we've
Probably.
had the idea for longer. but
Minimum 2 months.
Yeah, minimum 2 months.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately,
Okay.
we only have 3 people in this game. Our fourth is
Yes, sadly. Working on it.
He's
The big
joining via chat.
Working on it.
yeah.
Guys, real quick, I think you can jump with the space bar.
I don't think so.
Okay, maybe not.
It's just super low graph.
Okay, but going on.
Anyway,
Yeah.
okay, so yeah, so we just because we love talking about video games, we love playing video games.
Probably way too much.
Probably
A
way
little
too
bit,
much,
a little bit of much. Okay. Yeah, well, we started playing back in.
Probably.
I got my first computer in like 2014, 2015, and then I got all these fools. Well, 2 other of these fools to get computers.
Yeah. So I first.
And
Yeah. Sorry. Continue. My bad.
yeah, so I'm just glad we all on computers now, like.
Yeah.
PS4.
We've got one other in the chat, James.
Yeah. Yep.
He's
That'd
working
be me.
on it. He's working on it. Anyway.
Working on it. Working off the PS4 right now.
Yeah,
but
he's
hey,
working on the
a gaming
PS4.
device is still a gaming device.
Exactly.
It is.
Exactly. So, my first ever computer game.
Well, should you introduce yourself first of all?
Yeah. Okay.
So
yeah.
that we
Let's
can-
do that.
Yeah.
So my name's Nick.
Well, we'll just go on a first name basis here.
Yep.
Yeah.
My name's Nick. I've been playing.
Hi, Nick.
This is a group therapy
Yes.
session now. Anyway, so my name's Nick. I'm 20 years old and been playing computer games since probably I was 6. One of my first computer games was the Ranger Rick. I don't know if any of you guys know the Ranger Rick computer game.
Wait, not like. When as soon as you said Ranger Rick, I thought you said like Rick and Morty.
No. I don't know if you guys know who Ranger Rick is. Like he was the raccoon.
I know Ranger's Apprentice. I don't know Ranger.
Anyway, so
Wait, now,
it was a really
Scouting
dumb.
Ranger Rick.
It was a really dumb computer game. It was basically a puzzle game, if I remember it correctly. Anyways, so and actually the Oregon Trail too.
I played
Oh my
Oregon
God.
Trail.
Oh my
My
God.
Yeah,
school
okay, let's
computers-
talk about Oregon Trail. Nobody knows Ranger Rick, but everybody knows. Oregon
Yeah,
Trail.
brother. Yeah, you got me on that one.
What a
boys.
game, dude! I played that in 6th grade. We were allowed a certain amount of computer
Thank
time.
you for fixing me. Who was that?
That was me.
Anyway, yeah, so Oregon Trail was one of my first ever computer games. That game was a lot of fun. I don't know how many people but have memories of that, but that's like a bucket of nostalgia right there for me, is the
A
Oregon
huge
Trail.
bucket of nostalgia.
The only thing I ever did in that game, by the way, I never made it to Oregon. I always died. I don't think I ever...
Full disclosure.
I don't think I ever actually successfully crossed a river in that game. I think I always died trying to cross a river. Anyway, yeah, so that was one of my first computer games. What about you guys?
I never played Oregon Trail. That was something all my brothers always played, and I just
you want
watched.
to introduce yourself, Mister, over here?
Oh yes.
See
Why
you
over
all.
there? This is Isaac speaking. I've been
So
playing for
At least-
5 years, at least. I mean, we had
Well,
the Xbox
we're talking about
360.
video games, not just computers
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
So probably
so-
since we were
I
what,
flipped mine
8?
over. I am spinning
Where
in
you flip,
circles.
Parker?
I need help. I am spinning
no.
in circles at a relentless pace right now.
I have no idea where you're at. Oh, I see you. I see your light in the distance.
Anyway, I
So yeah, I been PC gaming for a while. I am currently stuck on this game right now, Star Citizen, which is great.
It's
I
a
love it.
game that's been in production for probably 7 years. It's still in its alpha
Yep.
phase, and we never know when.
yeah, nobody
Yep.
knows when it's actually gonna fully release, but
Yeah,
It's
Well,
it's
hey,
fun for
it's-
now, and it's broken fun.
it's an awesome game. I love it. It's one of those games where you're gonna have people who harp on everything that's wrong with it, and you're gonna have people who love every single quirk about it, and that's me. But yeah, so some of those games that I love, Battlefield 4 was like what I grew up on. It was a great game. I still play it every now and then, but I don't know.
James, you want to
That's
go
me.
next?
No, you can't, Parker.
I can. Okay. So my name is Parker. I'm just currently getting hit by another vehicle. I've been playing games for probably. My first thing was a Game Boy that I ever played anything on, and it was Fire Red, Pokemon Fire Red, and I played that so much for a long time. And then my first actual computer game, I'm pretty sure, was in 6th grade. That would be the Oregon Trail that I played. On my school computers, we had a certain amount of time that was like class for free time, and they had 2 computers, like old Apple PCs, and I would be like the first person to always jump to the one to try to get the Oregon Trail. And I don't think I ever finished it too. I might have done it a few times. I don't know. It's been a long time
Well-
running.
sorry.
But since then, my brother and I bought a Xbox 360, and that was my first actual, I guess, PC related game, where I played a lot of Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. Big Zombies fan of Black Ops 2.
I think
That's
we're all
one of our things we grew up. That's the one thing that kind of brought us together, was actually playing Zombies and Boy Scouts. We were all a member of the same Boy Scout troop, Troop
Yep.
755.
Oh yeah.
That is now it's now distinct or extinct.
Not yet.
It's distinct and extinct.
I was gonna say, I think we still got a few people,
There's
but
still a few, but unfortunately,
They're just kind of finishing up.
yeah, it'll fizzle out soon.
kind of fizzling out here pretty soon.
We grew together, camping in cold nights and army tents, and
Yep.
spending long days together, cooking food over the fire and
And
yeah.
the best.
boiling water. And
I think-
Master Chef over
I
here.
think all of our favorite memories of Scouts is so we made this oatmeal, right? And we made
No.
This will introduce our last
I'm not
member.
sure. I'm not sure if we'll start with this.
anyways,
Yeah,
this is
Boy
probably
Scouts.
my favorite Boy Scouts memory of all of us. Okay,
Y'all come
because
up back over too.
Hey.
Wait, were you?
anyway, so we're all in Scouts, right? We all went on this camp out, and like as a troop, we had to make the meals and everything, and we had to buy the meal or like go out and shop for the meals. Like we fundraise money and stuff like that. Anyway, so we bought this container of oatmeal, and being
All right,
what- how old
precursor
were-
to this. We never understood how to make oatmeal.
Yeah, we had
before this.
absolutely no idea.
We're not very
We
good.
had no knowledge.
We didn't realize it expanded after you
Drastically
Yeah,
expanded.
drastically. So we put all of the oatmeal from this
The
massive
full tube. Yep.
from this massive container into a pot, and we make this entire pot of oatmeal, right? And like we start eating, and we very soon realize our error and how we're not going to be able to finish this pot of oatmeal. So we end up.
Isaac, I'm spinning at a high rate of speed.
So what ends up happening is we all tap out, except for James, who's the 4th person here today. And I get this image every time I think about this camp out. Is just James with a spoon that's like 5
It wasn't a
times.
spoon. It was a serving.
Yeah, it's a
spoon.
serving
It was a
spoon.
massive metal serving
It's a
spoon.
massive metal serving spoon. Anyway, so
Guys,
James
it's
with
not
this
that bad.
massive spoon, just sitting at the table, just scooping oatmeal out of this pot, and eating it.
Here you go. Okay. Let it be known that I was told that if I could finish off what was left of our mess of oatmeal, I was gonna get like $5 or $10. Okay, so you know what?
There
Boys
was an
are here trying to
incentive.
make some money.
He had incentive. Where you guys at anyway?
I had to go help Parker because he was still stuck.
Flipped
Oh,
over
okay,
on
I
my
see,
side
I see,
and
nice.
spinning randomly for no reason.
Anyway, so James, your last one. Go ahead. Introduce
All right,
yourself.
guys. My name is James, as the story introduced me. Not my greatest point in time, but you know what?
Oh no, beg to differ. We beg to differ. That
was pretty good.
Oh, I
You will
know, yeah,
never-
you guys have definitely beg to differ. But yeah, so like my first ever gaming experience would probably have to go back to actually before I met the boys. I was at my babysitter's house, and they had an old school gaming system. I can't remember what it was, but it had it had Skyrim on it, or not Skyrim, but Spyro. Sorry, Spyro.
Spyro.
Ooh, there's an
Ooh.
oldie.
So throwing it back to Spyro, that was probably my first introduction to video games. But yeah, definitely throwing it back. So I'm actually really happy that they remastered Spyro, and I'm not gonna lie, being one of the people who started out with Spyro, I went and bought Spyro remastered. So I had the game out on that again, bring back the nostalgia from it. But lately, I've been working off of my like 4-year-old plus laptop right now, playing with the guys and playing League of Legends right now.
Good game.
That's kind of
good
where
game.
I'm at, and I am slowly working on getting into the PC world. I just gotta save up a little money. Things are a little tough right now with this whole coronavirus deal going on.
Yeah. Hey, Trump might.
But,
fix
you
it, right?
Hopefully.
Working on it. Hey, yeah, right? Send us some money, dude. But no, along with working off of my PC, that's god awful at running things. I actually came into a purchase opportunity where one of my friends was selling his PS4 for like $150. So your man's just kind of got to jump on that, and I've been playing off of that.
And
No,
let it be
I'm
known.
sideways too.
This is the year 2020, so for all you tuning in from like 2021, 2022, that was actually a really good deal for the PS4.
Oh yeah,
I used to do some repair work for the PS4s, and
mega deal that
tried
he just
to,
wanted to get
get
rid
out,
of
it
it.
makes it
So I
easy.
was really happy
yeah.
that I came into that fortunate opportunity where he was just like, "Hey, dude, I'm trying to sell my PS4. Let me know if anybody wants it." And I was like, "Dude, hit me up.
No.
Let me see that thing."
Gimme.
I was like, "Give me that thing."
Guys, let's go this way.
So, but yeah,
Guys, I don't think this works.
I've been slaying out quite a bit on Modern Warfare,
Guys, I'm not sure.
the
What?
new version that they just released out. So
Yeah, the new Call of Duty.
It's kind of funny because they
Guys, I'm
ended
stuck.
the Modern Warfare franchise, at least so far, with it. A game that's actually just called Modern Warfare,
Guys,
yeah.
which really confused me. We'll come and save you. But
But
so that's kind of like the origins of the four of us for the
Yep.
most part. This podcast, this episode is gonna be probably specializing around the
probably our
Black Ops
first,
series.
our first love, our first video game love, which, well, for me, for me anyway. don't
I think
know
it's the first game we all actually come together, way, shape, or form. It's Call of Duty Black Ops.
Yep. Black
Whether
Ops
it was
2
one-
Black Ops 2 in specific, but we did do some Black Ops 1.
yeah, I'll tell you what, we got to throw it back to Halo as well. man.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
We'll get to
Halo,
that.
Yep. We'll do one on Halo. Halo deserves its own. Anyway, let's you guys want to head to a mountain while we're talking? You guys just trying to get this shit.
I was
Okay.
gonna say, well,
I'm gonna
these
back up.
fools are currently on Star Citizen. I'm sitting here just chilling out on Minecraft, relaxing.
Yeah, one of the great games. Let's go ahead and head to a mountain, guys. Let's go this way.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway,
We'll start talking here
yeah.
about Black Ops 1.
So-
well, actually, we'll start with Black Ops 2. That's kind of where we started.
Yeah. So my first Call of Duty game that I ever played was Black Ops 2 Zombies, and I think you guys know this story, but I went to a church camp, right? Or no, it was a lock-in. I went to a church lock-in, right? And I sit down, and mind you, we didn't have I didn't have a video game console growing up. All we had were DSs and Game Boys.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, so I think I was like 8 or 10.
Parker, back in here.
And so anyway, I ended up going to this lock-in, and I sit down, and these guys are playing Call of Duty, and one of them just hands me a controller and walks away. And that was my first experience.
To learn a game right there.
That was my first experience on zombies, which you guys might be familiar with the map Transit.
Oh,
Which is one of
you play first? You play Transit first.
which Transit.
Wait, should we
Transit was your first
establish
map,
now
dude?
whether we're in this podcast or not?
I'm sorry, you cut out. What'd you say?
Should we establish now whether this is going to be a swearing podcast or not? Or is this going to be clean? Are we
Let's
gonna
be
keep it
clean. Let's keep it.
Let's keep it
Transit is one of the worst zombies maps you could ever start on, especially starting.
Oh yeah, no, it's,
Yeah,
it's
starting out
so
Transit
complicated.
It's a
is
difficult
absolute
map. You
doo-doo.
have to keep up with a lot of it. It's a wreck.
It's not an easy time. Anyway,
Hey, Parker,
Yes, Isaac.
get back here.
yeah, so that was my first experience, and I just remember getting handed a controller. I had played the Xbox maybe once or twice before, and I remember getting handed a controller and just watching zombies come through a bus at me.
Just flooding in. I can
Yeah.
imagine that. Like, being a first-time player of any game is terrifying in and of itself, but playing zombies, I feel like there's a whole different experience.
Like,
Especially having a whole handful of
Transit?
zombies just sprinting at you
Yeah.
for no reason.
Yep,
Like, you're just
Transit. Transit was my first experience.
hyper sprint zombies, yo,
But
that's crazy.
yeah, no.
My first experience with zombies was actually with you guys playing Black Ops 1. Especially, it was on the map, also on the same Black Ops, or not Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2. It was on the same like general thing. It was in town, which is a part of Transit zombie map.
That one's a
but,
little bit easier though, because that one's pretty
yeah,
localized.
but
Like, there's not much to do.
If you're not familiar with the map town, you can't exactly.
Back in, Parker.
Okay, I got it back in. You can't exactly what's known as pack-a-punching or upgrading your weapon without dying. I could not manage it. I would
dude.
always die every time I tried to upgrade my weapon. For no reason. Like, it was just because I was just so bad at it or something. I'm not really sure.
I feel you there. I mean, let's give them away for some of them that may not know. Like, the Pack-a-Punch machine was literally sitting in a pool of lava that you had to walk into and pray that you could walk out of fast enough,
Isaac,
or just pay attention to what you're doing without dying. And then you had to walk back into the pit of lava in order to retrieve your Pack-a-Punch gun,
yeah,
which cost you 5k points in order to do in the first place.
yeah.
So it's very tough to do, but that was my first experience. I failed almost every time. I'm like just about as bad as I'm failing this backup job right now.
I'm actually stuck. I need somebody to come help me.
We're gonna come do a flyby if we can get this in here.
Oh wait, are you guys getting the things or your ship?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, no, I remember.
Isaac, you fly by, I'll drop out of the ship.
I remember we would plan to get together, right? And we would all be super pumped because what we would do is we would all get on one game, and so this is 4-player split screen, mind you.
Yeah, glitchy as
into the law.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
We're all in this tiny little room above Isaac's living room. It's like a little alcove that he had a 60-inch TV stuffed in there, something like that. And oh my goodness, the memories there were awesome.
Yeah.
But it was
so
a very
many
tough
memories.
circumstance.
Crazy is we did that into our teens. We still climbed up into the loft and just had a hit.
Yes, we did that until we started getting PC. Isaac,
Guys,
why are you flying away from him?
I need help.
Sorry.
You gotta back me up to him so I can drop out of the back of the ship.
I mean, I flew over him. I was waiting for you to fly, but
I'm not gonna drop from 250
You
meters
should
out of the
do it.
sky.
I want to see it.
I'm a peacock. You gotta let
Do
me
it.
fly.
Anyway,
But
so
yeah.
Black Ops is
Okay, go.
It's not working. It's-
you guys.
Oh, you made it.
Wait, did you fall?
Hey, he landed it too.
Where you at?
Looks
Still
like it
falling.
anyways.
I don't see Parker. Oh, I heard something.
Oh, don't flip, Parker. Don't you flip. Don't make me come down there.
I flipped.
Gosh dang.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna try to flip it back over here.
I will help you. Anyway, so yeah, Black Ops, especially zombies, was basically where we all started to like really play video games a lot.
It wasn't even a lot. It was just whenever we would hang out.
Yeah.
And we're all from the same city area, so we spend a lot of time together. Especially with
Yep.
Boy Scouts, we were always seeing each other at least on a weekly basis with our Tuesday night meetings.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I have some good memories from doing zombies with you guys.
Mm-hmm. There's
Not
lots
only
of
would we have
memories.
Nick do the pack-a-punch for Parker,
Yep, I remember that. I would.
but then
I would.
we would always go up and we'd find James up in the top room every time. Be like, James, where you at? We're running around, shooting heads and doing whatever. James is like hunkered up in the top room.
Yeah.
James,
Boys,
is, a
I'm
camp-
hunkered
James
down.
is a heart and camper. Full life.
Yep.
Boys, I am hunkered down. The zombies are chasing me. I'm staying right here, boy.
Yep. He's a comfort kind of zombie player.
Yep.
Well,
He plays
you
for
know,
the comfort.
that was back in the day. You know, I would just sit in the corner and just like relax. And like, as soon as we started getting going further, I was just like, "Yo, all right, let's go get these zombies. Let's get them."
I could see James praying, like when he started playing, that he would get monkey bombs out of the box. So that way the zombies wouldn't lord him.
God, I'd be like, "Yo, please give me the monkeys. You know I want them."
Yeah, and then from Black Ops 2, we dabbled a little bit, just occasionally here and there with Black Ops 1. But we mainly stayed in Black Ops 2 until Black Ops 3 came
Oh
along.
yeah.
Oh,
Black
And
Ops
that was-
3. Isaac, do you remember? So it was Black Friday,
Yes.
2015, right? Me and Isaac. Oh my gosh. We're all flipped right now. Oh no. Anyways, Black Ops 3. So it was 2015, right? This is when Black Ops 3 just released. It's Black Friday. Me and Isaac go on Black Friday. I had just gotten a job at Subway, right?
Oh, the
When I
Subway
was,
job.
when I was
oh
when I
yeah,
was
back
16.
to Subway.
Yeah, something said about the Subway job. Nick would always bring keys.
Yeah, I would always
Oh,
bring
dude.
like 20
Always
cookies.
with the cookies. Always with the platter of cookies.
Yep,
dude.
yep. Have a platter of cookies every time. Anyway, so it was 2015. Me and Isaac went to GameStop. Isaac's mom took us, and I ended up buying a PS4 and Black Ops 3 because we loved Black Ops 2 so much, and we were so hyped for Black Ops 3. Now, if you guys don't know, Black Ops 3 is pretty controversial, especially with the whole jumping system. But if you don't take into account the multiplayer, which actually I personally love the multiplayer. I don't know about you guys. What were you guys' opinions about the
Was
multiplayer?
not
I
bad
liked
in
it.
Black Ops
I
3.
mean, I preferred zombies for sure. I'm a big zombies person over.
I was gonna say, the only thing that took a minute to get used to was like it not being boots on ground. You know, that was
Yeah.
like the one thing that was difficult to get used to.
It definitely took a little bit to get used to, but once you got used to it, I think it was personally, mostly because I have a lot of nostalgia with it. Black Ops 3 was one of my favorite Call of Duty experiences. Actually, it probably
yeah.
is my favorite Call of
Most
Duty
definitely.
experience.
Like, get you that.
No, it flipped back over. Wait.
To give some insight, I'm hitting him with a spaceship. This is exactly what is happening right now.
There we go. I think I should be good now.
Okay.
I got the other one.
Okay. Yep, we're good. Anyway.
Okay.
Parker
Black Ops
shift to the
3,
top of the hill.
Back to Black Ops 3. Let's go back to this.
Yep. So, Black Ops 3. Black Ops 2 Zombies was a lot of fun, and it's widely regarded in the zombies community. I don't know if you guys know this, but it's widely regarded in the zombies community as the best zombies game, simply because of how it expanded.
Landing gear.
How
Thank
not
you.
only it expanded the zombies lore and stuff, but also how the gameplay wise, it was just so well received and liked and loved by everybody. Whereas,
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember, but Black Ops 3, when it first released, the
It was
zombies,
broken. It was absolutely broken.
the zombies game
Yo, Black
could-
Ops 3 zombies in the beginning
was unplayable. It was unplayable.
nuts.
Isaac, you're in my vehicle, by
I,
the way.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
say
get in the passenger
unplayable.
seat.
Definitely was very difficult,
The
but I
only-
wouldn't say unplayable.
The only way you could play it was camping, which was a stark comparison to all the zombies games before, which had been,
We're going to your
Yeah.
vehicle now.
if you camp, you die, basically. Except for a select few maps, you know, like Town. Town was a very camp-heavy map, but
You know, you say,
Right.
Where's to your vehicle?
most other
Where you at?
maps,
I'm sitting in the passenger seat right now.
most other maps you
Oh,
were
I did
able
not see that.
you were able to run around and train the zombies, right? But in Black
Yeah.
Ops 3, they introduced a new. They kept all the perks, most of the perks the same. They introduced a couple new ones, or one new one, which was Widow's Wine. But what they did was there was every time you got hit by a zombie, you got slowed. You got taken out of
This
sprints.
is yours, by the way.
And that made
Alright.
it impossible to train zombies because if you get hit just once, you just die because you stop running. And so, for the first probably 2 months of zombies, or 2 months of Black Ops 3, I didn't really enjoy the zombies experience. Simply because. Simply because I couldn't play the zombies. Really.
It was actually impossible to play it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. In the beginning, it was very difficult to play. You know, there were a lot of issues that Treyarch and them needed to round out early game. But
For
as
sure.
soon as they figured it out,
Yeah. As soon as they figured
I
it
have
out,
to
as soon
say
as
zombie.
yeah, when they changed the system, zombies became my favorite game mode. It was for sure. It's my most played game probably. is
If I
Black Ops
had
3.
to guess, the only bad rap that it had was because of the fact that it's different from the other ones.
Yeah, that
Like the
Yeah.
fact that boots on the ground wasn't a thing. The fact that you could jump in and essentially like fly around the map. Like it was
Mhm.
just
I mean,
the stuff like that
yeah.
gave it a bad reputation.
You see,
But-
I was all hyped up for Battlefield 1, I think, at that point. So me and Nick would go back in a chat room, back and forth, like, for a good hour at some point. And I'd be like, dude, Battlefield 1's gonna totally be better than Black Ops 3. And he'd be like, no, Black Ops 3 is gonna be totally better. And we would go back and forth.
yeah.
and it
I'm pretty
was
sure these
like-
arguments would go on.
Yeah.
James and I would
I
catch the
remember
tail of
this.
these arguments.
yeah, me and
we
Isaac.
literally hop into a call with these two, and we'd be like instantly hearing this go on. And we're like, dude,
Here's a
all
reference,
right,
yeah, this was
I'm
before
out
we
of
started
here. You
using-
guys have fun, fight it out.
This was before we
Talk
started
to you
using
later.
Discord, so we stayed.
Mhm.
We were in
Facebook
Messenger. Facebook Messenger was where we talked.
Oh, Nick, by the way, turn off your engine, and I think it'll auto flip.
Oh really?
Gotta find our way back to the
Weapons
thing.
system is off.
Oh yeah, we should probably get our ship.
I also just flipped over.
Nothing's happening.
Oh crap.
This is really trippy because I'm now in
This is our first time using vehicles on this,
System
Yeah.
check.
and they're not very easy to drive. Then again, it is
Nope.
still an alpha.
Yeah.
So,
it's a lot of fun though.
look, I'm actually stuck in my vehicle, and I'm not sitting in it.
Yeah. So I'm still a fan of Battlefield. Like that's gonna be my
Which
my
I did
go-to.
get
game.
I did get Battlefield 1, but
And I got
in my
Battlefield
opinion,
5.
in my opinion, I also have Battlefield 5. In my opinion, Black Ops
I
3
was
is
gonna
better.
say,
Oh gosh,
I
we
am
both
Nick.
flipped. What
I'm
happened?
going to lie. I went old school. I now actually have an Xbox 360
a
that I have, and I actually went old school with it. I went and got Battlefield 3 when I got it,
Oh
and
my
I
gosh,
even
Battlefield
have
3.
Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5, I believe. So, I hopped on the Battlefield bandwagon to see how it was, and I really enjoyed it when I hopped on in the beginning. So I just continued on with it,
Battlefield.
I think
I'm
we
really
should talk
happy
about
that
a
I
little
did.
more what we played the most with probably on Black Ops 3 out of anything
Definitely
was
zombies.
definitely the zombies
But
area.
when I got
And
my PS4, we all got together shortly after.
Yes, and
I
we-
rented 2 controllers from our local
Oh, I
game
remember.
store. I was gonna say, you guys remember this? I rented
Oh,
2
yeah, back to the
controllers
days when we
from
were
our
doing it,
local
yeah.
game store, and we all got together in Isaac's loft and played Black Ops 3 for the first time. And which one did we play?
This was the giant, I think.
Did we play?
Because you
I
The,
think
bought- you
this
bought the
was,
pass.
this was Shadows of Evil.
Shadows of Evil.
yeah,
Oh,
no, that was the
I
first map.
hate that map so much.
Actually, no, it was DE. It was
I don't know if it was DE though. I think we played it.
No,
before
it wasn't
DE.
dirty. We played it before DE. Me and Isaac are just kind of stuck. Parker, would you come
I'm
with us?
trying to save my. I gotta save mine too. All of our vehicles are flipping. Not flipping back over, so we're using the spaceship to flip them over. I'm gonna come first.
Anyway, continuing on. Yeah, no. So we
What?
Black Ops 3 was the zombies was really my first love. Was when I fell in love with the storyline of Black Ops 3 Zombies. I remember finding out there was a storyline. I didn't know there was a storyline until Black Ops 3. I remember finding out there was a storyline, and I remember watching hours of YouTube videos.
Mr. T Lexified.
Mr. T
the Smith
Lexified,
plays,
Noah J, the Smith plays. You know, like
Avery.
yeah, Avery.
The people that were the original zombies
Yeah,
have actually kind of sadly died out now since then because the zombies is kind of.
it's not as
The
popular,
current state of it's rough.
which is in part because there was so much hype for Black Ops 4,
Thanks,
and
Parker.
it wasn't a disappointment. It was just, I mean, it was disappointing. Don't get me wrong, but it wasn't. It was just hyped up too much, I think, because
We
after
weren't mad. We were just disappointed.
we were just really disappointed. You know?
Really disappointing coming off of everything
Coming
that
off
the
of Black
zombies
Ops 3,
had done.
we came off such
Yeah.
a high. And Black Ops 3 was one of, I mean, it was amazing. Let's be honest. Black Ops 3 Zombies was an amazing experience. oh, so close. So it was just, it wasn't. It's not like Black Ops 4 is awful. It's just
Doesn't stand up
if
to
you.
Black Ops.
Oh yeah, no. If you stack it
Hey.
up to Black Ops 3, it's so much worse. And there was just so much. There was too much hype around it, in my opinion. There was too much hype around Black Ops 4, which Black Ops 4 does have a great storyline. Don't get me wrong.
And it does finish the story. I'm happy with the way it finished off the whole story
Yeah.
that had been going on
Yeah.
years.
But it just, the gameplay wise, it was not good. Hey, there we go.
One of us flipped the other person only to reverse the person. We're very quiet now for
Yeah.
this man here. Okay, let's
Anyway.
close this gap. Let's see what else do we have to talk about. So obviously Black Ops 3, our first time we played it was probably Shadows of Evil.
Yeah.
I'm sure, 100% sure it did not go well.
I don't know, Isaac, if you remember when Rise and Drac dropped, but it
Oh
was
my goodness,
it was
it's-
during a co-op day, right? I don't know if you remember.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
I was so excited to go home and play it because, mind you, all I had to download stuff was my phone, right? So I had left my phone at home to download Rise and Drac, which was how many gigabytes? It was like,
Gigs and gigs.
yeah, it was a lot of gigabytes. Anyway,
And you're using your phone as a hotspot.
yeah,
for
I
that,
was
right?
using my phone
Yeah.
as a hotspot,
Yeah.
which it
Oh
was
my
it was a
goodness.
I don't know if you guys know or remember what a 5C is,
iPhone
but
5C.
an
That was
iPhone
ancient.
5C, they're ancient now. But like when I got it, oh my gosh, that thing was so cool.
Isaac, I'm gonna go park the spaceship and then come. You wanna come pick me up so you can take me to my vehicle?
I got knocked over when I knocked Nick on his feet.
I'm trying to
Okay,
knock
well.
him over.
Okay, I'm trying not to
Oh
crash.
no! Oh gosh.
Definitely almost crashed right there. Okay, going on with that though.
Yeah. So Rise and Drac, when that released, honestly, Rise and Drac's probably my favorite zombies map of all time.
Thank you.
Simply because of the bows.
We played so many
You were
times.
not wrong.
So
Oh my
many
goodness.
times, just trying to get all the bows done. We decided we're gonna do bows done.
Nick.
Yet to this point in time, have we gotten the game actually done with all of the
No,
bows.
we got all the bows
without
done once.
Without the game
No.
freezing on
No, we
us.
didn't.
Yes, we got all the bows once.
I'm
Isaac,
pretty
I
sure
never
we charged up a
finished
shot.
No,
we
Isaac-
charged up a shot for a picture and it all crashed.
yeah,
This was when the blue screens of death.
Oh wait,
were
yeah, we
common.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one time we got them all completed.
It was one time we did. So basically what the bows are they're really powerful weapons that you have to
They're
build.
essentially wonder weapons.
Yeah.
You know,
You have
they're
to
the best
unlock them
weapons.
in game. So while you're playing the game, there's certain stuff you have to do to unlock them, and then once you unlock them, you have to upgrade them.
Make power up.
Upgrading them is a process on top of that.
Yeah.
And we would always spend all of our time just trying to upgrade these, and we'd never get them all done. It'd always be like one or two of us that just couldn't get theirs done.
Yep.
Mainly me, because you know I'd always sit there and be like, guys, bring me the last zombie. If he's a crawler, even better. Just like bring
Oh
him
my
to me.
gosh, yeah. That was such a pain.
Because I would always get stuck with the worst one out of them, except for the fireball. You know,
I
but
hated that
we'd always,
fireball.
I hated
we'd always
that.
get that done.
We're still gonna
so
have
much
to come
faster.
back to time, but
But you know, I'd always get stuck sitting here going like, all right, dudes, I really need that last zombie so I can break this pedestal, so I can get my bow arrow out and start working on it. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, dude, why didn't you say that like 3 seconds ago? We just massacred this zombie. And I'm like, I've only been saying for like the past 5 minutes, bring the last one to me.
Dude, I don't know if anybody can tell, but there's a giant ship above us right now.
yeah,
I'm pretty
well,
sure
it's
he's
not
gonna
very
kill me.
giant, but
Just run away.
Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. I'm gonna run away now.
I'm running. I have to run. I have to
Running
run
with
900 meters to my ship.
Anyway,
Oh, I don't know who's up here, but I'm gonna follow them.
yeah, so
Yeah.
that was the first DLC. Now the second one was Zetsubo, wasn't it?
Isaac, stop. You're gonna pick me up and take me there because I'm running. On foot.
Oh,
So I'm pretty sure the second DLC was
Zetsubo no Shima.
Zetsubo no Shimo, right?
Which was good. We played that a lot of time. Got very a lot of times.
It was a very confusing map. There was a lot
Dude.
of stuff to it.
You know what?
Which that was the first map that actually had water in it that you could go in, wasn't it?
I
Look
actually
at that right
I actually wanna take a step back to DE for just a minute.
Yeah. Yep.
So, my fondest memory of DE playing with you guys, besides, you know, you guys always killing the last zombie on me so I couldn't get my bow done, is we got loaded into a game, and then all of a sudden, I'm just going around doing my own thing. All of a sudden, I see 3 people down, and I'm like, what
This
is
is like
going
every
on?
time
we
We
play-
just started this match. What is happening right now? And everybody's like, dudes, we all went down. You gotta revive us. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, you just left me the biggest horde of zombies.
You stop now so I can get out.
How am I gonna get through this? You know what? I need a new gun. Let's go get the Shiva.
The Shiva.
Mind you,
Oh my
mind you,
gosh.
if
For the
you
love of God, put the Shiva down. It sucks. It's the worst gun in the game right now. And I'm like, boys, I'm gonna show you the power of the Shiva.
Honestly, it's a DMR and it's not very good.
You know
Oh
what?
my gosh.
That was a total clutch situation, and I got through it. So you know what?
Yeah.
he
Shiva
clutched
actually
it.
confirmed
got us.
OP.
We
Killed all the
did.
zombies. Did he get us up? I can't
Yeah, he
remember.
got us. He got a couple
I
of
got
us up.
all of you up.
I think one of
No,
us
I
died
got
out.
all of you up. And then I went down, and you're like, "Yo, let's restart." Like, wow, I just clutched to go down
Yeah.
2 seconds later.
I remember that now. Yeah.
Yep.
And then to restart.
And mind you, while the entirety of
Oh
the
my
Black Ops,
gosh.
we
I
were
just went off
so
a cliff.
hyped for literally anything that happened that we would always
Nick.
be trying to play it instantly.
Nick, what have you done to us?
Did you follow me?
Yes.
No.
But we'd always be trying to download everything when it.
Isaac, I need some.
Nick was the only one of us actually with a PS4 for a while.
Yep.
And we would always, we actually helped pitch in to get you the other 2 controllers so that way we could have 4 controllers
I think I
consistent.
got one for my birthday from you guys. I think that's what happened, and then I bought the other one from.
Yeah, because
That
you're the
would
only
make
one with a
sense.
job, really.
yeah,
But,
yeah, I was the only one with the job
Back in the day.
back in the day. I think you made the situation worse. Oh, maybe not.
Oh,
Uh, But following the release of Zetsubo no Shima, we obviously played it
Oh
as
no. Yeah.
much as Revelations actually did. We
You,
didn't
you
play.
cut out really bad there, by the way.
Oh, okay. Shucks. So we didn't play as much Zetsubo no Shima and Go Rod Kokori as much as I think we ever played Revelations.
We played a lot of we did play a lot of Gorod Crowley. That was another really fun map. That was
Wait, that was the one with the train through the buildings, right?
that was the one with the
No.
dragon.
This is the
Yeah.
dragon one.
Yeah, that.
I
that
think you're
had,
talking
like,
about
a metro.
transit again, Isaac.
No, that was what it had a. I tell you, it had a train or a transit bus. Not a transit bus, but
Yo, transit.
Nothing
You're
will ever
making me
have a
think of that.
transit bus again. I
Tran-
never hope that I see a transit bus again.
hey, you know what we should play?
What?
We should play some. We should play
Transit?
some zombies with transit.
We should. Let's do
We
it.
I mean, I wouldn't mind it. I say we go for an Easter egg. I'm a big Easter egg hunter. There's a big there's a big
Mind you,
group
we
of
suck at
people.
Easter eggs. We've tried to do Easter
We
eggs
do.
many
We've tried
times.
countless amounts of times. I might need
I
help.
am way too impatient for Easter eggs.
Isaac's always about killing zombies.
Isaac's just
Yeah.
wants he's there for the
I want all the glory.
yeah, he wants all
Isaac's
the
the
glory.
zombie
Yeah, we
slayer.
should. Isaac and I actually had a competition yesterday, a game where we decided that from round 13 to round 20 we were going to get the most headshots, and Isaac beat me by exactly one headshot. But our gameplay, like, I don't know where you guys stand of it, but I'm a big Easter egg. I prefer Easter eggs over zombies. Some people think the key of zombies is to like just get a high rounds and
You gotta
survive
have
as long
balance.
as you can.
You know, you
I
gotta have the
prefer-
balance between them.
Yeah, I prefer to going for the Easter egg, or at least getting to the point where you can get like special weapons, because most Easter eggs offer the special weapons,
Well,
which is
I'm-
a fun part I really
Yeah.
like.
Honestly, I think. Oh gosh, Isaac, what have you done?
I missed it.
Oh no. Anyway, I think a big part of the reason Zombies was so successful was because there was the aspect of there's the Easter eggs and there's you can just stay alive as how long you want. It doesn't really matter. Which
Yeah.
which is
As
one
long
of the
as you
reasons
didn't get hit by the zombies.
which is one of the reasons why I think Black Ops 4 Zombies wasn't well received is because you basically had to have a PhD in how to play zombies in order to do
You're
anything.
not wrong.
to do
Halo
anything in
4
that game.
Ooh,
Now, mind you,
dude,
Origins
the
from
health
Black Ops
system,
2,
the HUD system, dude.
yeah, everything was just so drastic. Oh,
Nick, can I get in your car?
yeah, if you can knock me over.
Okay, what were we saying about Origins now from Black Ops?
Origins was the Black Ops 2 map that was really hard.
As my favorite zombies map of all time by far is Origins Black Ops 2. I loved how the way the zombies was built. I loved the toughness of the map. I loved everything, and I just flipped my rover over.
Uh-oh.
Nick, turn it off.
Anyway,
A lie. Origins was a pinnacle in the zombies community for a while.
I think it still is. Like that map.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. It still is. I mean, it just had so much storyline into it that we never understood.
mhm.
I still don't understand it.
I mean, granted, yeah, there still are things that we don't understand. Like, there's still Easter eggs in all of these maps that still haven't been found to this day.
And this is how many years later? 5, 6 years later?
I want to say 6.
I like how you
So-
just came up and tapped me.
But the, but the community is still like, I mean, the zombies community has gone, I must say, far downhill. A lot of the zombies YouTubers we used to watch have long gone past the zombies just because the quality has disappeared and just the community
there's
is
no
Well, I mean,
there's no content
As soon
anymore.
as BO4 hit, everything went down. Now the storyline that happened, you know, I'm not opposed to it. You know, it was a good way
No,
to
it was a
wrap
great
up
it was a great storyline.
You know, it was a great wrap up.
The
I just
Mob of the
wish
Dead remastered ending was amazing.
That really threw everybody for a loop. You know, that ending right there.
Yeah.
That was really a shocker to a lot of people in the zombies community.
Yeah. I don't know. I still think at least Black Ops 3 still has something to offer to the community.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
if you look at how many modders and community members actually put work into that,
That's
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
we-
now
we
you're
still
talking
play
custom
on-
yeah,
zombie
that's
stuff.
that's another thing
Yeah.
about Black Ops 3 is in PC they offered, which is I think I bought Black Ops 3 like as soon as I bought my PC in I think it was 2017 as I bought my PC. Anyway, the custom zombies just offer so much replayability, and if you guys don't
Oh,
know what
yeah.
I'm talking about, custom zombies is basically, the creator of the game gives the community tools to make their own maps, and there's just so many maps that have come out of this. Like, this was first introduced in World of War, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
there was-
I feel like there's only been a few games that's been on. World of War was the first one, I think.
Yeah.
World at War.
Yeah, World at War.
You guys want to help me?
Had
Where
custom
you at?
zombies.
Yeah. I grew up watching World at War zombie games. Like, that was literally my childhood.
Yeah.
You always win. That was the people
You
I
always
watched.
win zombie.
Yep.
I watched NGT zombies. I watched a lot of Mr. T and the Smith Plays and the Z House. When the Z House first came out, oh my goodness, the whole crew there.
Oh yeah, that was at the height of Black Ops 3. That's when the Z House happened.
Parker, turn it off.
Okay. Now what do we want to talk about? What about the thoughts on 5 if that were to come out?
On what?
What do we
5?
think? So they're talking about potentially a Black Ops 5 coming out.
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, shit.
There is
Well,
indeed.
let's talk a little bit about Black Ops 4 before we go into that. We haven't really talked about
Okay.
Black Ops 4. So
Well, I haven't. If I'm gonna be honest, I have not played Black Ops 4 at all yet. So
I
I
haven't
have
either.
my opinion is not very.
yeah, me and James
Yeah.
both have it.
I mean, I went full in for BO4 because I really thought that it was going to be something special.
Yeah.
I mean, it was special,
And,
but
you
it
know,
wasn't as special
I
as you
mean,
want.
It was special, but you know, it was a little bit of a letdown. You know, they changed a lot of things with the HUD system and, you know, just the mechanics of the game, and it just wasn't as big of a turnout as everybody expected it to be. You know, everybody had higher expectations for it. But, you know, it was I'm not gonna lie, it was a little bit of a letdown, you know. Like I said, with
Yeah.
the story was still amazing. You know, I was happy with the way that they decided to wrap up the story.
The gameplay.
I had no problem with it.
You see, what Treyarch is known for is innovating. And don't get me wrong, it's not a bad game. It's just coming off of the Black Ops 3 hype. We just expected something a little more special, and it just kind of fell flat. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
again, the storyline for the zombies.
Someone's vehicle is flaming.
That's Isaac's. That's Isaac's.
That's me.
But
That's not good, bud.
and the
Nope.
the multiplayer experience was just okay. Like, it just felt like another where Black Ops 3 really innovated, and I mean with specialists, with because that was the first game to have the specialists, I believe.
The first specialist, it was the
Yep.
first one with non-boots.
No, Advanced Warfare was the one was the first one without boots.
But Advanced Warfare kind of
Well-
flopped. I don't want to say it kind of flopped strictly because it was a non. The community kind of made it as. Treyarch maps have been superior, or Treyarch games,
Yeah,
not maps.
Treyarch games have always been. If you look at the new Call of Duties that come out today, like a lot of people say the old Modern Warfares were better, but
You're breaking up.
you shut out there, brother.
This is Discord we're recording this on, so it's kind of
yeah,
sometimes.
it breaks
I
up
was
once
gonna
in a
say.
while.
It's a
Anyway.
bit rough.
Anyway, so Treyarch has always been known for in the modern Call of Duty games. They've been known to be better than the other.
For reference, Call of Duties have been made by 3 different people. They've been made by
Raven.
Treyarch. They've been made
Raven.
by which one?
Oh no!
Raven.
No! Not
Treyarch.
me, please! No!
Oh.
I hear this.
Please!
I can hear
Dude,
the ship
chill.
shooting at Isaac from here.
No!
Isaac
I'm
is
so
very
dead.
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 Are you
sorry.
not dead yet?
I don't know.
You guys want to know I'm gonna be leaving the game soon because I am going to meet the planet.
Oh, okay.
How are you not dead?
I don't know.
I'm just
This guy
watching.
is literally.
I'm just watching
I
this.
think he's shooting behind me.
I think it's getting shot at by a plane. He has a.
He's a crime
sting.
sting.
Yeah, this was a bad idea. I should not have killed you, Nick. Why did you tell me to do that?
Because it was glitching out. Are you still alive?
Yes, I am. I think my car is like indestructible or something.
Okay.
I really don't know.
Let's move on beyond this. That we're going. What were we
Yeah.
talking about?
Talk
prior?
about the prospect of Black Ops 5 next year.
Oh. I
Yeah.
am dead.
So if I had to guess what Black Ops 5 is gonna be, it's gonna be good. I mean, who's making it this year? Is it? Well, there's Treyarch.
It's Treyarch
There's
again. That's why it's
Sledgehammer,
Black
Treyarch,
Ops.
and Infinity Ward are the 3
I was
that.
gonna say,
No, there's
Treyarch
only- there's
has
only
the
two
rights
now.
to it again.
Oh,
There's
because
only two.
Sledgehammer went to Treyarch.
Sledgehammer, I think got dispersed between both of them, didn't it, James?
Sledgehammer.
Because they disbanded
gosh,
one of their. Because now it's on a 2-year cycle instead of a 3-year cycle.
Yeah. Sledgehammer, I'm pretty sure got disbanded into 2 different groups just because of some fallouts with some of the people that they had working with their company, if I remember correctly.
I don't know. It's been falling out downhill, sadly, between those two. So we decided to move over to looking toward the Sledgehammer, or not the Sledgehammer, and Treyarch, who have been splitting it. And Infinity Ward's been doing a good job with zombies. But from what we know, the guy we've actually been following a lot at Treyarch, with zombies specifically, has actually left the company.
Yeah, Jason Blundell.
Jason Blundell.
He was
Rip to the man.
He was obviously he wasn't the person that was designing the entire thing, but he was the figurehead at the bit.
I think he was head of the design team.
So we're not exactly sure
We don't
what
know
the
what to
zombies.
expect.
We don't know even if Black Ops 5 will have zombies, because Call of Duty Modern Warfare did not have anything. And our passion, I know my passion at least lies in the zombie community. I mean, nothing against Call of Duty. That's been a great game.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Black Ops 5. I'm really interested to see where they're gonna go, but
Like if it comes out, I don't know what they would even innovate on. Like, what would you do in zombies differently that you didn't do?
Well, that's the thing, is that they have
any
to
of the other ones?
They either have to. The two things I think that they're either gonna is they're gonna have to look really deep to find something that's new, or they're gonna have to hit on the nostalgia and they're gonna have to play according to that. Because I think those are the only two ways that they're ever gonna have something more successful.
No, what I would really love to see them do come Black Ops 5, you know, if they actually do have zombies, is to give us some of those old nostalgia maps like they did with Zombies Chronicles in Black Ops 3.
Yeah, so Zombies Chronicles is a separate.
Give us, you know, go back to Die Rise. Give us, you know, Buried back. You know,
Die Rise.
Give us that stuff back. You know, give us that old school map back.
Yeah. So for reference, for those who people don't know, Zombie Chronicles is the 5th DLC.
yeah,
Is
there
that
was.
correct, Nick?
Yeah, usually in a
It's,
DLC cycle, there's only
essentially,
4.
Usually for each Call of Duty, there's 4 DLCs that are included, which are the downloadable zombies map, a couple of multiplayer maps, maybe some special guns, stuff like that. You have to buy a pass to do it. Well, Black Ops 3 was the very first one to have a 5th DLC, and it was so hyped. It was everyone, the community was just blowing up about it.
That was the height, in my opinion, of the zombies community. Was
Yeah, and it was a good time. And the thing they did was they brought back 8 iconic zombies maps. Or was it 8 or 10?
It was 4, wasn't it?
It was,
No, it was definitely more than 4.
Was
it was
it
definitely more than 4.
You're right. It was.
Yes.
It was 8.
They brought back 8 iconic maps and remade them for Black Ops 3. So they brought back like Ascension. They brought back the original, which was Nacht der Untoten, Kino der Toten from Black Ops 1, Origins from Black Ops 2, and just some of the nostalgic maps, mainly the ones that really like fueled the game. Did they bring back Shino Numa? I don't know if they did Shino
Yes.
Numa.
Yeah, it was.
Verrucht,
They brought back Ascension, Moon,
Shangri-La.
Shangri-La.
There was a plethora they brought back, and the Easter eggs did change a little bit, I think, but they were mainly the same as before.
Didn't. There is one of them that was before you couldn't solo it. I think it was on Moon.
Yeah.
Moon you couldn't solo, and Shangri-La you can't solo.
Oh, on Moon with the new, with the remaster, you know, out of Chronicles. I'm pretty sure Moon is now soloable.
I fell through the
Which is
planet,
nice.
by the way.
I did too already. I left the game
Why'd you leave the game? You just hold.
because I fell through the planet.
Just hold. Was it Isaac hold B?
Hold backspace.
Oh yeah, hold backspace.
You can respawn.
Oh, well, I'm out of the game right now. But yeah. So we had Zombie Chronicles, and that was Nick. I'm pretty sure you bought that right when it came out.
Yep.
And to be honest, I don't think we really played very much of it. We played Nacht, I think, more than anything else out of it. But
I'm not gonna lie. When Black Ops 3 came out, I full sended. I just went, hey, I'm just gonna buy all DLCs. Gonna just go straight in for everything.
And then
We played quite a bit of Origins. Remember, because Black Ops 4 also remastered Origins. That was another one of the Chronicles maps.
Black Ops 3, you mean?
Or, yeah,
Black Ops 3.
Yep.
And did we ever talk about Revelations at all? The 4th DLC for
We didn't
Black Ops
talk
3?
about it much. We
So
mentioned.
Revelations, I think we really hyped Revelations too.
Sorry, you cut out. Could you say that again?
I think we really hyped up Revelations too for us.
It was pretty good, but again, it was one of those really complicated maps.
They brought back
Revelations
segments.
was
They brought back
least
like little tidbits of the other
complicated.
maps and put them all in the same map.
Yeah.
So there's like a little section from Mob of the Dead. There was a little section from Origins. There's a little section from Der Eisendrache.
It was kind of like a patch.
Essentially, with Revelations was literally a culmination of everything that we've done leading up in the story, and getting us closer to what we would have considered having been the ending of Zombies, with the whole deal with Monty and the Shadow Man coming to, with the Great War of conflict and everything.
Yeah, there's so much lore behind the zombies
Yeah,
that
yeah, actually, I think-
you could do it in 2 or 3 podcast. Like,
I think
it
when
would take
Black
a long
Ops-
time to explain everything.
I think when Black Ops 3 actually like originally came out is when I started looking at the lore, and probably the second map or third map I downloaded the whole file onto my phone and I read it, and it's probably like 3,000, 4,000 words long. It's just pages
Dang.
and pages of it. It took me like 20, 30
Well,
minutes to read the whole
You
book.
also have to remember the fact that in Black Ops 3, the Canorium was actually shared with us with Jason Blundell.
Yeah, and they actually
He
so it's kind
actually
of
took
cool
a
that
page out and actually shared that with us.
yeah they basically managed to build like a storyline, and that's kind of they did comic books for a little bit.
Yeah, they did do a comic book run. I forgot about that.
And they managed to build like almost like, if I had to say, I'd compare it to a little bit of D&D-esque, but it wasn't really D&D because it was just like it was like a cartoon, like an anime they built out of Call of Duty. It was really cool. I love the way that they brought everything together, because that's what I think made the community like a unit, because they were trying to find the pieces to solve the puzzle of history in the Zombies-esque.
It was like a more interactive campaign, basically.
But
That's
it
what
streamed
it- that's
over
what it
games
turned.
and games and games.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is it turned into a, which it was really freeing, because you don't have to, if you don't want to do that stuff, you don't have to. If you want to play a complicated game of zombies, you can go ahead. If not, just open pack a punch your weapon, survive as long as you want to. So there's the complicated aspect that you could have, or you could just not bother. That was one of the things I really liked about the zombies. Is you could just, if you wanted to, go ahead. If not, then just, here's a gun, survive as long as you can.
Heck, and you can even spend time like training zombies. You could train them into your friends.
Yes.
Wait. What was the game mode that they brought in? That was it was in Black Ops 2 where you actually played against someone else. in
Oh
zombies.
yeah, I forgot about that. You would.
Oh, the infected game mode?
No,
No,
it was
it was-
grief.
Grief, yeah. So
Oh,
basically, 2 people or 2 teams of people would try to kill
That's
the other team's people
One
with zombies.
That
so
is
you almost
actually one thing that I wish would come back is, give us a grief mode. I mean, yeah, when they did Black Ops 4, they kind of did a different challenge modes, like the rush game modes and stuff. But, I wanted, like, the true feeling of grief to come back.
Don't give me your grief.
Don't give me your grief.
Don't give me no grief.
So, but anyways, I think
Yeah.
we should wrap it up there. But you guys have anything else you want to say?
I don't know. What is your guys' favorite zombies map and why? We'll kind of end on a
Yeah,
positive note
let's
for
end
each
on that.
person here.
My favorite zombies map of all time is probably Der Eisendrache. Simply because it's not a hard map, but it's not an easy map either. And it's just so much fun to play that map. The play style, like with the bows, with just all the different things that you can do on that map. It's just so much fun, and especially with friends. So that's why that's my favorite map.
Isaac, what's your thoughts, Isaac?
What's your favorite zombies map of all time?
I'm trying to think. I mean, I had a lot of fun on Der Eisendrache, but I've played some really good custom maps recently, and I don't know. I think my top favorite would be Kiasuru. That one's really well made, like
That's
Japanese
Yeah, that's
style.
a custom map.
That's custom map.
Custom map
We're trying to
from Black
stick
Ops
with
3.
the regular maps, you know.
Well, I don't know. I don't know
okay.
because that's
Well,
still
we
Ones
like
that
could,
they
we
actually
could do we
up
could do
with.
custom. That's fine. But what's your
Right, but I mean,
Kaisuru
like-
is your favorite custom map? What's your favorite
Custom.
regular map?
Probably the Giant, just because
The
it's simple enough to
Giant.
remember.
Yeah, the Giant is remastered. They're from the original world,
Yeah.
and it's the one where we always have. Oh, can we do it about our
That's
the great memories with our round of honor?
Yep,
yes,
yep.
we that was another thing of us playing zombies together. Usually, zombies games would drag out forever,
Oh,
and
yeah.
so sometimes we would just so we could start the next round, right? Or we wanted to do something else that night instead of not just play zombies the entire time. We would have a round of honor, which would be round 20. We would all pull out grenades and just kill ourselves with the grenades. That was our round of honor.
That
That was
was
my favorite part.
Sometimes you'd have some of us that would go against the rule of
Yeah.
round of honor.
And try to
Mess
revive
around.
everybody. So.
Like I will revive them.
Okay,
Some
James,
good fun.
what was your top one here?
Oh,
Let's
dude,
look
my most favorite, and I'm not gonna have a custom zombies map because sad little me.
No
I
custom
haven't really
zombies
played. I haven't really played a lot of custom zombies yet. I mean, I have when we've gotten together with the boys. Some of the games that they've done on their PCs. But my most favorite map would have to be. I'm gonna say it. It's gonna be the Giant.
Mm-hmm.
Or not the Giant. Sorry.
Oh, you get my hopes up.
E. Der Eisendrache. I'm sorry. Just because of the solo fact of the replayability on it. You could replay that map over and over and over again, and you could always come up with a new challenge to do going into the boss fight, or just doing something crazy, silly, or just having someone randomly challenge you, say, hey, try and do this for your challenge, just mess around with it. Take pistols into the boss fight and use pistols only, besides the steps that you have to use your bow on.
Except we never made it to the boss fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not wrong, but I mean, like, it had so much replayability of that map,
Yeah. What about you, Parker?
If I had to pick one, and I hate picking one specific map because I loved so many different maps. But if I had to stick with just one, I've definitely played. But I think the Easter egg is just too simple on it.
You cut
cut
out.
out literally when you said that.
I think
tried.
the map I've definitely played the most is Mob of the Dead. My brother and I played a ton of that.
You know what?
2 years younger than me. It was a great map, great Easter egg. I love the storyline with Alcatraz. It's like a real life setting. But my favorite map is going to be Origin from Black Ops 2, just because it was such a tough map. I cannot count the amount of times that I have started that map and just died and started it and died. And I just keep replaying it over and over.
That's the one with the giants, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it's so tough. The Easter
That's
egg is
with the
so long.
tabs and everything.
I have played that with my brother. We always play that on my brother's
I
Xbox
have-
360. And
I have one question.
yes, go for it real quick.
How many times have you died to the giant's foot?
If I had to count, it's definitely less than 20, but it's more than 10.
I died more
but
than that to the Giants.
Usually I try to for the golden. That way I don't
Golden
die
helmet,
just
yeah.
for that case.
Isaac,
but,
you still have a hat on under your helmet, by the way.
Speaking
you?
of helmets,
That's just like with the golden shovel, trying to get the golden shovel when you're going around digging up
yeah.
everything.
But that map, the difficulty of it, I love. And that's I cut out again, I think.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you do.
But that's the first map that they had kind of Alan's because they had it in a few other ones, but they had like a mini boss during the rounds. So every few rounds there would be like this
the
mini
Panzer.
face. In this case, it was the Panzer Soldat, which was kind of like you got to round like 7, and you're like round 8, I'm coming, so I have to be prepared for it. And it was always like, who's gonna take it? Who's gonna try to kill him? Like it was just like a whole planning phase you had to go through. And then once you get that done, there'd be another one coming 3 rounds later or 4 rounds later. So you had to prepare all over again. And it was just like it was such a struggle, and I enjoyed that so much. And to this day, I have yet to see the ending cutscene of it by myself, like while playing it. Like we've completed the Easter egg, but we died before the game, so we never got to see it. It was like such an event. Like we got the achievement, but we never saw the end. So I'm still like, even to this day, my brother and I will play it, and we'll just try to get there. But
Yeah.
I'd have to say that's my favorite. And do y'all have any more points we want to talk about here? before
I
we
would
end it?
like to just say one thing, and I know this is pretty controversial, but I did not really enjoy Mob of the Dead very much. I know that's
Dude.
probably just me, and I know Mob of the Dead is one of the very much loved maps, but it just didn't.
Nick hated the flashing lights.
Yeah, wow, that was really annoying. Honestly, that was pretty annoying. But it's not a bad map. Don't get me wrong. I still enjoy it, but it was just not my cup of tea. Really, is
Wasn't
what
it?
it, what it
What you
boils down
liked
to.
it.
It's
But I'll
not,
tell you what, Mob of the Dead was an amazing map, especially if you could go through and actually get to doing the steps of the Easter egg. It was an amazing map.
So
I don't know, but I think that's all we're gonna have for this episode
Yep,
of
that's
the
a good one.
podcast, the unnamed podcast.
the unnamed
Fine.
podcast.
We will be hoping to come out with a name.
So if you guys have suggestions, leave it in the comments for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this will be posted to YouTube, I believe, at that one gaming
Yep.
for the first episode here, and we'll figure out if we want to go to a spot or something like that, so it's more spread out. But
We'll probably do
Until
different
then-
games too, not just this. But we
yeah, we don't
just have
know.
to
We
figure
have
it
a
out.
lot of topics. We can cover our Boy Scouts with each other. We can cover other games that are coming out, potential fun ones.
Mhm.
I don't know. There's a billion topics we can cover with our
Oh, yeah.
podcast. But we're just four dudes that like talking about the stuff we enjoy, I guess is the easiest way to put it.
Basically. So
So thank you guys for coming out, and
yeah, thanks so much, guys.
Yeah, thank you guys. You know,
be sure
if
to
you
tell
like
your
this-
friends, spread the word, and
Hopefully,
stop
I
on
think
by again.
I think we want to do this at least once every other week. I think. Does that sound fair, guys? Does that sound,
Yeah, I mean,
does that sound
we
doable?
don't really have much of a plan
Yeah.
done on the fly.
Nothing set in stone, but this was pretty on the fly. So
Hey,
Well,
we'll
thank
see what
you.
happens.
Yeah,
We'll see
thank
what
you for
happens.
stopping by. And how do we want to end these? Do we want to like say a bye on 3 or what? How do we want to do
That
this?
would be horrible on
no,
Discord.
I'll just
so let's
Yeah,
not.
I guess that's a-
I'll just set them off. So thank
We'll
you guys
just-
so much.
We'll just not talk over each other and have
Yeah.
one person talk. Quick, go.
okay. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like in the comments. Let me know what you guys think we can change, what we can do better, what games you guys want to see us play, yada yada. And hopefully, guys have a great night.